The other end of the crankshaft is not turning. I snapped the crank. Crank snapped off pretty much in the middle. That's where the bending forces are highest, and at say 13,000-14,000 RPM there's a lot of force here. There is room for bearings though on this crank. Might be that was the plan, but then they realized it would cost a lot to machine the cases and all the parts needed for the bearings, and multiple setups and more parts, and it might be that it was a cost thing, or very likely it was. I have a plan B though. The 3.5cc two-stroke nitro engine out of my HPI trophy. That RC car I bought a while ago for testing purposes. I've already made the adapter plates. Hard at work yesterday, finishing all the bits and pieces needed for this. Mounted to the engine is a simple plate with slots in it. Made a crude bracket to hold the throttle cable. Made a new sprocket and pressed it onto the gear teeth of the clutch pulley. Let's see if that holds up. Second plate in the two-piece adapter kit, which slots this way to align the sprockets. Slots in the other plate slides here. That's to tension the chain. The 4-cylinder 4-stroke engine was cool because it sounded cool and looked cool. The benefit of this setup is no electronics and no water cooling, and there's no plumbing or anything. It's so clean and it suits the bike better. A little design flaw here where there's very little range of adjustment for the chain. I'll try to micro adjust with this 0.5mm shim between the engine plate and the adapter, between the two adapter plates. This pulley is a bit warped from welding, so there's a tight spot here, and this is the tight spot. So this is the best I can do, because I can't make that tight spot too tight, then the crank won't be too happy, I think. I like this better. It's much cleaner without that radiator and all the wiring and stuff. It could have made that look good too, but it's a two-stroke. That's kind of, I'm partial in that way. Let's find out how it behaves. These things are much easier to start from cold if they're not cold. I'm using a hairdryer to preheat the cylinder. Then it fires much easier. Prime it. I don't think the clutch is, there's something wrong with the clutch. There's no communication between this shaft and the gearbox. We'll have to take a look. I can't really see anything wrong here. I did leave a lot of clearance for the clutch shoes though. Probably too much, and it's spinning up, but it's not spinning up enough to grab. That little engine can absolutely spin this crank fast enough for that clutch to grab. So what I could do is replace these shoes with these gear shoes. Now the material on these shoes are badly worn, looks almost eroded, but it's thicker as a quick fix because I can't glue on new material and have it running today, and I really want it running today. So yeah, I think we'll steal the second gear shoes from this clutch and put it on here. Let's see if that helped. I'll get my GoPro and let's take it for a ride. We'll need to get a bigger tank mounted somehow if this works. It's running too rich and we're running out of fuel. Should have brought the screwdriver to tune it. I think there's hope here. It's not revving out like it should be, so let's get that screwdriver. That RC clutch is getting awfully hot. So I saw it smoking. It's probably not holding the torque. The clutch bell has taken on that typical oil slick patina. That stuff the kids rave about. So it's been getting really hot. It's probably not grabbing. That clutch is just gone. This parts of it stick into the part. You see how that spring has dug in, and there's parts of the clutch material sticking to the bell. So we'll need to make a combined sprocket and flywheel without the clutch. There's 2 clutches in here already. As long as it's able to idle with this load on it, we'll be fine. A high idle is fine too. Having robots working for you. They're noisy though. Late at night the same day, I've machined a new sprocket. Had some mishaps, so it's not absolutely certain this will seat on that taper. I'm hoping so, at least for a little while now. I really didn't want to end this video in failure. Might have to though. Let's see. It's very likely that someone will get upset now because I'm starting this so late. Seems very likely that it's not strong enough at idle, to even a high idle, to pull the weight of this axle and the clutches. Bummer. We'll try one more time. I think for this to work, I would need a really high stall clutch that didn't melt. Because it doesn't get up into the power band, and below the power band there's probably nothing in this little thing. My girlfriend's calling. Ja, jeg er ferdig. Ja, jeg er ferdig. Jeg skal ikke kjøre mer. I will revisit this, but I've got real engines to build, and engines to tune, and a dyno to build. Okay, thanks for watching. See you next time.